So Mark Andreessen is a very famous tech founder, billionaire. He's the VC of A16Z, which is heavily invested across the industry. He's become like an influencer slash crypto hedge fund. And so he was on Joe Rogan and started like, whining and crying about being debanked and things like that. So you got to take it. It was obviously very funny to watch a billionaire sit in front of Joe Rogan and complain about being debanked, even if he was being debanked or a part of his portfolio was being debanked.
Well, they love the term, but when it really comes down to
it's a catchy term.
It is a catchy term, but there's a huge difference between non-cooperation and outright war, right? And if I think absolutely the Democrats have slow-walked regulation. I honestly believe that Gensler's motivation, as I mentioned earlier, has been to let his bank buddies catch up with financial rails that were basically being put in place without their participation. Goldman Sachs and BlackRock was not ready for an ETF, 4 years ago when Gensler came into office. But as soon as BlackRock applied for an ETF, suddenly it's red carpet time. And at that point, he really couldn't, tell everybody else, well, screw you, I'm only giving it to BlackRock. So I believe that, his whole policy was to slow walk everything. And I think the FDIC may well have slow walked this too. But as I say, civil disobedience, if you like, is not the same as civil war. And I just don't think that the FDIC was literally sitting there saying, right, okay, well, that guy, he shouldn't have. Now, Caitlin Long made a lot of very good points when she was setting up Custodia. And I think she argued very coherently and very persuasively that her application for, I think it was a master license, master charter.
Master charter.
Without good reason. She could not, for the life of her, establish what the reason was. And so she kind of inferred, as I think some of these other tech pros have done, that it was a specific slight against the industry in which she operated. And it may well be that that was the case when it comes to an actual banking charter like that. But again, I don't think we're talking about banking charters specifically here. I think we're talking mainly about just these guys saying, well, I didn't get to do exactly what I wanted, and now I'm sore about it.